Kane. Newsstand versus Newsletter embarks on a journey of a classic wrestling year. Were the PWI readers accurate with their assessment of talent? Were the Wrestling Observer Newsletter subscribers more right than wrong? Join longtime friends Scotty and Andrew as they talk about Newsstand versus Newsletter.
Welcome to another episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter. I am your host, the future Hall of Famer, Scotty B. Voluptuous Andrew's coming on next. Here he is, everybody. There he is. I got to close my fucking Facebook out. Give me 1 second here because I don't want that shit on there. You know, I have a relative that tried to add me to Facebook. They tried to add me like 8 times. It's like, time number 5, I didn't add you back, so you might want to stop trying. And I commented on a post and she's seen it. Add this friend. So they're like, add this friend. I'll add Scott as a friend. Like, don't add Scott as a friend. You're a fucking bitch.
Wow.
So let's start out with a little announcement. Not that anybody cares because nobody watches. You will not be seeing me doing this anymore while recording. We had a bad day Friday. The cat had to be put down, but he was 17 years old. So let's give Rusty a little props there. He kicked it and he did it long. He was supposed to live about a week when I got him, and he lived another 8 years. So Good for Rusty. I kind of went a little crazy when I put him down because my mind was all over the place. So I decided to get a private cremation. Fucking don't even get started on that.
AKA put him in his wood stove.
It's like, well, this is the deal. They cremate him. It's like it might not be him. They got a bag of ass. Like, all right, so here's Rusty. Throw him in that bag. Like, I could have a fucking rabbit for all I know. I don't know, but whatever. But it was a bit of a shitty day, but we got through it. And unfortunately, Rusty's gone. But we will have new cats eventually on the podcast running around like maniacs. It's probably going to be kittens. That should be interesting.
Give me 1 minute. I forgot something.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy. And you know why this happens, people? I'll tell you what. No. I'll tell you why this happens. He has an iPhone. That's why it happens. He's one of these people who has an iPhone. He walks into a cell phone shop. It's like, hey, I want an iPhone. It's like, well, this phone can give you this and that and this and that and this and that. I want an iPhone. This phone can give you an iPhone. And you can have both. No, I want an iPhone. This phone can print you money. Want an iPhone. This phone can give you all the happiness in the world. I want an iPhone. Andrew loves his iPhones, everybody. And I call him. I called him this afternoon. He hung up on me. And it was like, what's wrong? Oh, I hung up by mistake because my iPhone fucked up again. My iPhone fucked up again. I got a Craig Valentine shirt on. It's 2003. I don't know how the fuck that's going to work out.
2013.
Okay. So anyway, 2013. Let's hop into that. Enough of the cat death and all that shit. Let's get into the year 2013. And 2013 for Andrew. How was that rolling?
It's all right. I went to my friend's wedding in Ontario. I was one of his groomsmen. Had a good time.
Yeah.
And then my other friend.
Did you drink alcohol at that wedding?
I did, actually. I had some Ryan Gingers. No ill effect because I sweat that stuff right off, and I don't even get drunk. But
well, at least also, the prince who doesn't sweat. Go ahead.
Also in 2013, because I was posting photos of my good time, somebody got super jealous, and they're like, "I need some Andrew time too." So
I got the. I put it up right here. I have it. I got the picture right there. There it is. We're slightly intoxicated in that picture. Just saying, people. That's about 2:30 in the morning. That's about $500-$600 later worth of money being spent. And let's just say, the night didn't end. It went long. I ran 6:30 in the morning. I think the party finally ended. And I got a very angry message from my girlfriend the next day, being like, "You motherfucker!" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "What the fuck is this? It's 4 PM here." Finally, I said, "I just went to bed at like 6 in Vancouver time." Oh man, that was not a good day of arguing with her. But that was an interesting evening. Let's just say the least. There's another picture of that. I have a few pictures of that on my Facebook.
Yeah.
No, everybody.
A Polaroid. If you remember, a guy came by and.
Is that what happened? I vaguely remember that. I was pretty drunk, so I won't lie. But we looked like. Let's go back to it real quick. Something we both don't. We don't do either one of that anymore. We've done that, so that's been going on. And I must have quit. I quit the year after. That was the last year of me smoking. So your shirt looks really kind of creepy, kind of a little creepy there with the buttonness, the hair, and I'm wearing the black undershirt. It was a Pink Floyd shirt because I took a picture later on that night with my Pink Floyd shirt and looked really kick-ass, and that was my dating profile picture for a long time. So anyway.
Was that it here on the balcony?
Yep. Oh, man. We came to talk. I mean, who really watches this podcast, to be honest?
Everybody. This is going viral as we speak. Like, as we're talking.
Well,
even though it hasn't been uploaded, it's everywhere. There's gifts.
Let's just say it wasn't fully alcohol related in that picture.
Well, so what were you doing in 2013 other than that?
Last year, I was in a really bad relationship. So it was last year that, hallelujah on that one. Big into football, big into baseball, working at a cell phone shop. I kind of liked my job. It was really chill. I had a really chill job. They didn't make a lot of money, but it was just like we were all buddies. We just hung out and just, you know what I mean, pretty easy going. And that's pretty much it. I had an actually really nice apartment. I lived uptown St. John, and that's the one you never seen my apartment. It was the one I had in Jermaine that was like a little loft apartment. But you know how Jermaine works, how with all the trees and stuff. Jermaine's
because I was there in 2011, but you were on, I believe, Prince William.
Yeah, Prince William. So this one here was a little off the apartment, but right outside my window, I had a big tree. It was really cool. So in the fall and stuff like that, it was really neat. It was a really nice apartment. Mm-hmm. And so 2013 wasn't horrible. The relationship thing wasn't that great, but so I went to Vancouver Slummy, went to a BC Lions game, went to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which you passed out through. I remember you passed out through the whole movie. I was loving it because I had never seen it. I was having a great time.
They still do midnight movies at the Rio Theater. If you're a local person watching this, I recommend it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a fun time. Get to drink some beer if you want, if you're a drinker and stuff. It's a good time. So that was that. So 2013 in pro wrestling, before we get the awards. I mean, now this is the year that I have to look at some of those. The Wyatt family comes about, which I like the Wyatt family at this point. Really cool angle. I thought it was different. Awesome theme music, which I want to say, and this is where my ADHD kicks in. So I'm sorry, people, if you're like, oh, it's up with 2013, I'm jumping back to 2022. What's one of the things about AEW that makes it so much better than more wrestling entertainment?
Their theme musics are awesome.
Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry, but do you not agree with me on this one?
Well, I mean, there is the Miz's. He comes to play. And there's Dolph Ziggler. You
know what gets me hyped up on AEW? Like gets me hyped up like I used to get hyped up when I first started watching wrestling. What theme music does? I want you to guess what it is.
Is it Darby Allin's?
Adam Cole.
Oh, Adam Cole, baby.
I love his theme music, man. Like I'll tell you, dude. Like they have kick-ass. Like Hook has kick-ass theme music. Orange Cassidy, who I missed, we haven't seen in a while for a little bit.
He's injured.
But I'll tell you, man, that's Jungle Boy is good things. Not a fan of Jericho's. Don't really care for that too much.
Me neither.
Yeah. And you know what, Jericho? Fuck you, man. Like you don't need to have an interview every week. It's getting annoying. But anyway, 2013. What do you remember about it? Because I'm not too like I'll know once we go through stuff, but really it's kind of like a vague. I remember going to watch SummerSlam at a friend's place, and it was like, man. Go ahead.
Well, we watched it. So I remember we did our like match of the night, wrestler,
yeah,
night, all that stuff. And for me, I was on the Grapple app and I was looking at my ratings for 2013, and that was when I got really into Ring of Honor. 2013.
Yeah,
I was watching Ring of Honor. I was watching Impact. I was watching NXT. I was watching Raw. I was watching modern wrestling for the first time in a while. Like I did a little bit in 2012 and 2011, but 2013 was when it wasn't just the pay-per-views. It wasn't just like the big shows. It was weekly everything. And I was back into it. And that said, as far as the awards, I don't know what's going to win a lot of the, especially the Observer Awards. I was thinking about it, like, do I even know a book that was released in 2013?
Yeah, it's cool. You will at the end. You will at the end. All right, let's go into the awards. Let's get into Rookie of the Year. So I'll let you. Do you want to go first or me go first?
Sure, I'll go. Was it Charlotte Flair?
Hold on a second. Let me get my fucking awards up here. My computer is ready to die. It was not. It was. Yeah, oh my God, I cannot pronounce his name. Yehoichi Kasamoto?
Kimono?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I should have guessed it because he's one of the honorable mentions. And as soon as I saw the Japanese name, I was like, it's probably him.
It is not him. No, he went second. This one's YOHEIKOMATSU.
No,
I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. UT wins runner up. Showa Tanaka is runner up. Enzo Amuro, fuck him. Horrible. God, he's awful. Thank God he's not anymore. Yeah, well, I do. Charlotte, Mojo Riley, and Andrew Everett. So I'm going to guess Charlotte for you.
it is Tim Zabisco, the son of the living legend Larry. He wins it with 27%. And there is a rookie of the year that's not like some of the previous rookies of the years that we've had where, they've had a career.
Yeah, I don't know who either one of these guys are. I can't pick because I don't know either one.
Yeah, Tim Zabisco wins it. First runner-up is Cody Hall, son of Scott, with 20%. Second runner-up is Lucifer Lords with 15%. Third runner-up is Matt King with 8%. And honorable mentions totaling 30% include Americos, Charlotte Flair, John Greed, Hitoshi Kimono, Elliot Russell, and David Starr.
See, I can't pick either. I don't know either one. I literally I cannot go either way. It's zero. Complete zero on that one. All right, well, there we go. That's the first time I think we've ever had that happen. All right, let's go to the next one then. Let's go to most improved.
And can I just say,
yeah,
that was the year it could have been Charlotte. We both know Charlotte, but the PWI readers and the Wrestling Observer readers,
she didn't even really do that well. Well, I mean, they weren't really doing the women's. They weren't doing the women's stuff yet at all. I think they were still kind of like leaning into it, so I can see why. She probably was having great matches.
Well, I think this would have been around the time that Paige and Emma were having pretty good matches in NXT, and I think Charlotte was in NXT along with the Four Horsewomen, the other one.
Yeah. I see. It was funny last night. I was flipping through. I seen NXT on, and wow, it's really colorful, very colorful. Like, Jesus Christ, what's all this? It's so bright. There's shit. Like, wow. Like, calm down.
Well, you know what it is. They get the ratings. They see that they're really good with the 55 plus. Like,
so they gotta make sure they can see it.
Well, they're trying to appeal to the younger kids, and that's what old people think young people like.
Well, they don't. I'm not young, so I shouldn't talk, but I'm just saying. Anyway, okay. Most improved for you again. I'll have to take a look at my list. Just pick some of my list. I'm gonna pick Cody Rhodes.
It is Magnus, the now Nick Aldis, with 28% of the vote. First runner-up is Curtis Axel with 17%.
That didn't work out for him.
No. Second runner-up is Roman Reigns with 15%. Third runner-up is Big E Langston with 14%. Honorable mentions totaling 26% include Bully Ray, Fandango, Caitlyn, Jack Swagger, Matt Taven, and Taryn Terrell.
Oh, shit, I forgot to take that list. I'll do that at halftime. Okay, yeah, what's mine?
I'm going to say Roman.
You are correct, sir. Roman Reigns wins it. Let's take a look at his list. 2013 votes. Tomohiro Ishishi, 77. Goldust, Lance Archer, Adam Cole, Davey Boy Smith Jr., Magnus, Biggie Langston, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow. That's our most improved. So I'll go with Roman.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
All right, so everyone's favorites coming up, everybody. And back to Roman, like, I mean, this is before everyone hated him. Like, he was still doing pretty well for himself, but wouldn't take long before everyone's seen him in Triple H 19,000 times. And now, fuck, man, him and Lesnar. My God, they're going to do it again. You know that, right?
Oh, for sure. Until one of them dies, they're going to do that match. Like, maybe in 20 years, they'll do it in Saudi Arabia.
Did you hear about the Young Rock thing they set up with Roman and Young Rock?
Oh, yeah.
I said to you, I talked to you about this afternoon, but I'm going to say to the audience that's not watching, Not bad. I was impressed with it, and I've been really critical of that show. But when they do Rock's first match, it's not a bad episode. It's not bad at all. I'd be interested to see if they like actually do everything like when it becomes really big. They kind of have to. They can't just leave it at that. Who knows?
We'll see.
Anyway, so the next award for you as inspirational wrestler for me is most disgusting tactic by a promotion.
2013, eh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say working with Susan G. Komen Foundation.
The handling of Paul Bear's death, which was not good. I'll admit that. Let's go through the rest and we'll kind of pick out which one's the worst. Teenage treatment of Jesse Sorensen. I don't know what that's all about. Do you know about that?
He got a broken neck at a show, and Dixie Carter said, "We'll take care of you for life."
Yeah, well, she realized she can't do that because there's no money coming in.
Yeah.
So CMLL not delivering Atlantis and Guerrero mask match. I'm guessing they just didn't do the mask at the end of it. WWE's false advertisement talent, they do that shit all the time. Triple H burying the roster in promos. Daniel Bryan, what's that? Yeah, exactly. Daniel Bryan, Triple H, and Randy Orton storyline, which is slightly amusing because Daniel Bryan wasn't bad.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm not an observer voter, but why are you throwing your vote away when there's actual disgusting things?
Yeah, no, who knows? These fucking weirdos. Dana White criticizing GSP after his fight. El Hengdo de Santo blaming a hurricane for canceling the Wagner Park versus Santo mass match that was never going to happen to begin with. Okay, that's bad. And WWE's firing Jim Ross. So I would say probably the TNA thing gets it. What do you think?
Yeah. Here's a guy that injures himself while on their job and then gets told, "Don't worry about it. We'll treat you like draws. We'll employ you. You'll get your checks." And then those checks stop coming.
It's dirty business. Inspirational wrestler for you. I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan.
It's a good guess. It's actually Darren Young.
Oh, he came out gay.
Yeah. The TMZ interview. First runner-up. Oh, so Darren Young wins it with 23%. First runner-up is Dallas Page with 19%.
Yoga.
Yeah, and that's when he started helping Hall and Jake in 2013. Yeah. I thought it was after that, but
nope.
Everything's a blur. Daniel Bryan is second runner-up with 17%, and third runner is John Cena with 15%. Honorable mentions totaling 26% include Karn Alexander, The Big Show, Tara Calloway, Johnny Gargano, Chris Masters, and Chris Sabin.
Alrighty, that's phenomenal. No pun to AJ Styles, which, by the way, was a picture of the new News Savers newsletter that dropped today. See the smoke coming from me? You see that shit, man? It's like I'm in a marijuana store. Someone's smoking marijuana in there. It's not back there. That's a weird thing. I'll tell you, man. It's awful weird when I told you earlier when I hear things. I'm like, it's not my kind. Like, what is that noise? There's something in my house. All right. So the next award is going to be most popular wrestler for you, most underrated wrestler for me. Most popular for you, I'm going to go with Mr. Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, no-brainer.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, the guy got over more than anybody in fucking forever.
Yeah.
Made me watch it, man. Made me watch it weekly because of him.
He wins it with 58% of the vote.
Yeah, that's a lot.
First runner-up is John Cena with 15%. Second runner-up is CM Punk with 10%.
Oh, excuse me.
Third runner-up is Dolph Ziggler with 4%. And honorable mentions totaling 13% include
Future Hall of Famer Scotty B.
Yeah, Future Hall of Famer Scotty B. Jay Briscoe, Jeff Hardy, Big E Langston, Magnus, Cody Rhodes, and AJ Styles.
And can I jump in there real quick before we get to mine? Which obviously Brian wins easily. We talked about it quickly on our pre-production, but how awesome was it that Barry Horowitz was on that skit? Like, I'm like loving that. That is the best thing ever. Like that, I got to go back and rewatch it because I want your opinion. How real, did you think it was real when it first started?
I was actually making a drink for myself when it started, so I could hear it, but I didn't know what was going on because the water was running and stuff. But when I came in there and saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is good stuff."
So what? You didn't see the part where Jericho's like, "Why am I doing this for this asshole?" You didn't see that part?
No, I started it when Jake was talking, I believe.
Oh no, you gotta go back and rewatch it. Because Jericho's awesome when he starts. Because Jericho's doing a talkover, and he starts doing a talkover. It's like, why am I doing it for this asshole? Oh, for that money? Yeah, okay. It's no, you gotta check it out. It's great.
You know, I saw some funny comments. Some people were confused about why the fans were booing Punk with the Islanders jersey, not knowing the
Tavares. Yeah, he's in Toronto.
And that's the thing. Like, what I like about AEW is that it doesn't over-explain everything. Like, if this was WWE, you would have known every little detail 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I see. I can see what the understanding thing was. He trying to get a cheap pop, and then I seen Tavares. I'm like, oh, okay, there we go. That makes sense. And I mean, the whole angle with MJF with World. I mean, holy fuck, he really fucked up that first security guard with the head off the table. Like, he smoked him, man. Like, that guy.
Russo and Bischoff security right there. That's if you remember.
He gave them boys a couple good shots. But anyway, great angle. Mine is most underrated, 2013.
I'm going to say Cesaro.
Yeah, it's not that hard to figure that one. It's a Cesaro award. I think it starts around 2013. So let's jump in and see the rest of our runner-ups. Pardon me?
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it right now. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, Chris Hero, Daniel Bryan, Tyson Kidd, Sami Zayn, Tunkama, Hama, I don't know, Austin Aries, and then Bad News Bear and Curtis Axel. So, I mean, yeah, Cesaro wins it every fucking year. It just doesn't matter. Like, it's always going to be Cesaro. And, yeah, so we got two more before halftime. We have Tag Team of the Year. You have to guess mine there first, Slick Rick.
I'm going to guess Red Dragon.
You guessed incorrect. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns won Tag Team of the Year for the Wrestling Observer in 2013 with 2,723 votes. Goldust and Cody Rhodes are second. Young Bucks are third. Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer. Ricky Romero and Alex Kozlov. Christopher Daniels and Frank Kazarian. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. And it was Jimmy and Jey Uso, a whole bunch after. So it's interesting that Seth and Roman. I think they're on a Roman kick this year. I think the Observer guys are on a Roman kick this year.
Well, yeah, and also Moxley is Ambrose. He was the U.S. champion, so the other two were the tag champions. If you remember, initially it seemed like they were going with Ambrose as the star.
Then the titles really fucking mean anything. Come on, people. Let's be fucking real with it. That's the Tag Team of the Year. For yourself, I'm going to guess. No, the Young Bucks.
It is Roman and Seth.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, they win it with 30%. First runner-up is Goldust and Cody Rhodes with 16%. Second runner-up is Daniel Bryan and Kane with 14%. The best thing Kane was ever involved in is in his entire career.
Oh, I'll tell you, man, that like the psychiatrist was hilarious. I thought it really funny. Yeah, it was great. That definitely was the best thing he's done his whole career.
The very rare instance of actual funny WWE comedy, because most of the time, now this may just be my opinion, but a lot of the stuff that they think is funny isn't.
I'll tell you one before we get into it. The greatest thing was when Kane explains his whole life.
Oh yeah,
I showed it to a girl I was dating one time. She thought it was pretty funny.
Don't forget Katie Vick.
Yeah.
Third runner-up is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, with 7%. And honorable mentions totaling 33% include Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer, James Storm and Gunner, Hiroshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima, the Uso brothers, and the Young Bucks.
Alrighty, well, there's no picking there either because it's the same ones. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna hop in to our last award before we jump into our halftime show, which was not easy to do on my end. I'll admit that. This is the best non-wrestler for me, and it is going to be the Woman of the Year for you. I'm gonna guess Stephanie for you.
It is AJ Lee.
Yeah, she was pretty hot back in the day.
She wins it with 48%. Huge victory. First runner-up is Cheerleader Melissa with 26%. Second runner-up is Dixie Carter with 10%.
Jesus Christ.
The third runner-up is Caitlyn with 8%. And honorable mentions totaling 8% include Brie Bella, Jessica Havoc, Mickie James, Saraya Knight, Stephanie McMahon, and Tara, also known as Victoria.
Okay. Last one. Best on wrestler for me. Last one for halftime.
I'm going to say Heyman.
The Paul Heyman Award, everybody. Mr. Paul Heyman wins it. Let's see his votes. We got 2,730 votes for him. Zeb Coulter is second. Gato, Vicky Guerrero, Brad Maddox, Rodrigo Rodriguez, Maria Canella. Oh, she was really fucking hot. Stephanie and Conan rounded up. So that is that. So we're going to hop into the halftime show and do our sports, and we're going to do our TVs, and we're going to jump into so it should be an interesting halftime show that we got going on here. So for the NFL, the NFL draft was held on April 25th to the 27th, 2013, New York City. My Kansas City Chiefs picked Eric Fisher first overall in that draft. And, yeah, he was okay. Not great at first. He really was not good at first, but he got better and helped us win the Super Bowl, so we can't complain about that.
Who would you say was the stud of that draft?
I can't remember now who got drafted.
Oh, I thought you may have had a list in front of you.
No, I just have who got picked first
Okay,
overall.
never mind.
Best records with an S. Two teams got the best records.
I'm going to guess the Patriots and the Packers.
Seahawks and the Broncos, 13-3. Packers went Packers went 8-7. They went 8-7 that year, yeah. And I think that was the year that Rodgers got hurt, but came back at the end of the year and actually won the division for them. And the Patriots went 11-5, I think. And the worst record.
Was it Kansas City?
Houston, 2-14. We ended up starting 9-0. That was the year we started 9-0. We had the worst record the year before. And then we blew a lead against Indy. Remember that lead we had against Indy? That big one we lost? No, Houston 2-14 after starting 2-0. So they started 2-0 and ended up going 2-14. Like, fuck me, eh?
The long season.
Super Bowl, Seattle beat Denver 43-8. That's the one where Manning fumbled the snap the first play of the game.
Back to the 80s.
MetLife Stadium it was in. And also, a funny story about that I read. You know that it was really good because it was outdoors. It was really good weather. The next day, there was like a snowstorm. If this would have been a day earlier, it would have been awesome.
Yeah.
MVP, Peyton. This is the MVP of the league, Peyton Manning. Offensive player of the league, Peyton Manning. Defensive player of the year, Luke Kuechly. Coach of the year, Ron Rivera. Rookie of the year, Eddie Lacy from Green Bay. We never hear about him anymore. Eddie Lacy, remember him?
No,
He's
I don't.
long gone. He was a big running back then. Sheldon Richardson was defensive rookie of the year. Comeback player of the year, your favorite quarterback of all time, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
The Pepsi rookie of the year, Keenan Allen. Walter Payton, man of the year, Charles Tillman. And executive of the year, John Dorsey from the Kansas City Chiefs, which is funny because they would figure about a few years later he sucks and pays everybody too much money and fucks up our salary cap. And the MVP of the Super Bowl, Malcolm Smith, linebacker, Seattle Seahawks. In baseball, Mr. Major League Baseball, best records with an S in the league.
Was it Boston and the Giants?
Boston Red Sox and yours, St. Louis Cardinals, 97-65. Worst record in the league. It's pretty fucking bad, too, I'll tell you.
Was it Baltimore?
Houston. 111 losses. That's when you stop going to games. And the World Series, the Boston Red Sox defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2, and it would also be the first win in Fenway, first World Series clinching win in Fenway Park in 95 years. Pretty cool. And also noted in this one, the Pittsburgh Pirates made the playoffs for the first time since 1992, beat the Cincinnati Reds in the first round, and before losing to your St. Louis Cardinals, 3-2 in the divisional round. So pretty impressive Pittsburgh, but they went back to being Pittsburgh pretty goddamn quick.
Yeah.
That didn't happen for long. Rookie of the year, Jose Fernandez for Miami in the National League. Will Myers for Tampa in the American League.
Is that the pitcher that died?
Yeah, died about an accident. The Cy Young Award for the National League, Clayton Kershaw for LA. Max Scherzer for Detroit. Manager of the Year, Clint Hurdle for Pittsburgh, which makes sense. Terry Francona for Cleveland, who, by the way, actually right now just caught COVID. Surprised that man's not dead yet because he's not in the best of health all the time. MVP of the National League, Andrew McCutchen for Pittsburgh. and Miguel Cabrera for Detroit. NBA, best record and worst record.
I'm going to say best record was Miami.
Yeah, Miami's a super team that year, 66-16.
Yeah,
and worst record.
Was it the Nets?
Orlando Magic, 20-62. Miami beat San Antonio 4-3 in the finals. MVP was LeBron James of the league. Defensive Player of the Year, Marc Gasol for Memphis. Rookie of the Year, Damian Lillard for Portland. Sixth Man of the Year, J.R. Smith for the Knicks. Most Improved, Paul George for the Pacers, which is funny because George was already in the league forever. Coach of the Year, George Karl for Denver. Sports of the Year, Jason Kidd for the Knicks. And that's that. And last and least, the National Hockey League. I had to put blank there. 96 season started January 19, 2013 due to a lockout. Ended on April 28, 2013 with the playoffs to follow until June. Best record and worst record.
Best record, was it Pittsburgh?
Blackhawks 36-7-5 in the worst record.
Was it? Trying to think of who drafted first the next year. Was it Arizona?
Florida Panthers 15-27-6. By the way, what happened tonight in that game? Did they play tonight?
Yeah, they were down 3-0 and came back and win that 5-3.
Is it over now, the series?
No, it's 3-2 though.
Crazy. Chicago beat Boston 4-2 in the finals. I remember that because my grandfather, no, he did not die. He died the first Sunday one. That's my bad. Let's see a couple things here. What we got for awards. Art Ross Trophy, Martin St. Louis for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Runner-up, Steven Stamkos for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's pretty funny. Calder Trophy, Jonathan Huberdeau for Florida. Does that ring a bell?
Huberdeau? I think.
Yeah. Conn Sweat was Patrick Kane. Hart Trophy was Ovechkin for Washington Crosby and Tavares, who New York Islanders at the time were the runner-ups. James Norris, PK Subban from your Montreal Canadiens. That's that. That's the sports. We'll jump into the TV real quick, and then we will jump into our halftime. So 2000. Well, we'll jump into our other part of our halftime. 2015. Top 13, sorry. Top 5 albums of that year. I'll go 5-1. Random Access Memories, Daft Punk. I'm a big fan of Daft Punk. They're very kick-ass. Unorthodox Jukebox, Bruno Mars. Not bad. The 2020 Experience, Justin Timberlake. Timberlake's pretty good. The Marshall Mathers LP too. Fuck that. Eminem's garbage at that point. And guess who's number 1?
Kanye West.
One Direction, your favorite band. Midnight Memories of when you were 9 and the door opened up and the light didn't come on. Just saying.
It's funny because when we went out that time, that weekend, I think that's the last time I've been to a nightclub.
Yes, I haven't been to many after that either. I think I learned my lesson. That was pretty much the end of that shit.
So I don't even know like what the kids are listening to.
I don't even know what the nightclub's so drunk with the labels. They could put anything on. It wouldn't fucking matter. Okay, so TV 5-1. Dancing with the Stars, number 5. NCIS Los Angeles, number 4. Big Bang Theory, number 3. NCIS, number 2. And what is number 1?
Is it Sunday Night Football?
It is. It's crazy. NCIS gets 12.3 and Sunday Night Football is 12.6. So it's a very close thing. Cool. And last and least, the top 5 movies of 2013. Number 5, Monsters Universe. Number 4, Man of Steel. Number 3, Despicable Me 2, which I never seen Despicable Me 1. I had never seen that in my life. Number 2, The Hunger Games Catching Fire. And number 1, Andrew, the top movie in 2013 was...
Was there an Avengers movie?
No, but you're getting close. It was...
Captain America? Thor?
Iron Man 3, man. It's a superhero movie, buddy. That's why people make any other movies but superhero movies. It's the only thing that makes fucking money every fucking year. So, for Andrew's choice for halftime, for fuck me, call me Charlie, because no match to do with watch, kids. You can blame the man right there with the pretty shirt on. Why I didn't watch? Because I had to do my list very quickly. So we're gonna do top 100 managers of our choice. Before we get into it, Andrew, how did you vote this? Is kind of like childhood Andrew's a little bit in there too, or just straight Andrew now?
I had several different criteria in mind when I would have the matchups when we were doing the preference revealer.
Yeah.
And things that I valued, what I noticed when I was doing it would be if you worked multiple territories, I gave you props for that, as opposed to a manager who was only in one territory. It just shows that the act could get over in different places. Where they were on the card was very important. If they were in the main event, I'm going to
you put way more into it tonight, buddy.
And their clientele, their proteges. Like, did I like who they typically manage? Yep. These were what I thought about.
Let's jump into it. 100 to 90, and we'll go each one. So you go 100 to 90.
I'll go 100 to 90, and we'll discuss each one on the 10s. So
God.
My number 100 is the Master of the Heart Punch, Ox Baker, and he managed the Russian Brute in the dying days of the AWA, and that's why he's 100. He just existed as a manager because the Russian Brute was awful, and Ox Baker was no great shapes either, but at least he had a look.
Okay, let's not go through each guy individually. Just jump through your things. We'll be here. We'll literally be here till fucking 8 in the morning. I appreciate it, but keep going.
My number 99 is Hiro Matsuda. 98 is Honky Tonk Man. 97 is Gorgeous George. 96 is Trish Stratus. 95 is Dark Journey. 94 is Sapphire. 93 is the Iron Sheik. 92 is the Baron. 91 is Superstar Billy Graham. And my number 90 is Bob Backlund for his stint of managing or co-managing the Sultan.
It was fun.
And he also did some house show managing around that time.
Yeah. For me, I got 100 at John Tallows because I fucking hated the coach, man. That drove me mental. The Wizard at 99, Jose Lothario at 98, Deborah Marshall at 97, Friday at 96, Mr. Fuji at 95, Sonny Ono at 94, Alpha at 93, the Honky Tonk Man at 92, Sapphire at 91, and the Baron Von Raschke at 90. Because, I mean, honestly, when I seen that, I thought it looked kind of cool when he was with Powers of Pain, but then...
Yeah, the hood, the face paint.
Yeah, it kind of looked kind of neat, but then that was the end of that. He only stuck around for that one fucking show and never seen him again. So, 89 to 90, or 89 to 80, sorry.
My 89 is Hillbilly Jim. 88 is Damian Kane. 87 is Alpha. 86 is Sable. 85 is Clarence Mason. 84, the Dirty White Girl. 83, Kimberly Page. 82 is Wizard. 81, Kenny Boland. And my number 80 is Beulah McGillicuddy. And that's mostly because she was involved in angles, the Raven Tommy Dreamer feud, including that awesome bit where she announces that Dreamer's the father of her would-be child. That was fun times.
89 for me, Bob Backlund. So I'm only one off where you were at. Yeah. Hillbilly Jim at 88, Magnum T8 at 87, Iron Sheik at 86, Tony Adams at 85, Arnold Skolin, that's Arnold Skolin. But he did take a bump. He took a bump in the late 70s, so I'll give him that. Sable at 83, Kim Chi at 82, Frenchie Martin at 81, and Kimona at 80. Oh my fuck, dude. I know I sound like a pervert. I should have had her at like 3. Because if I had a crush on any woman in pro wrestling, she was number 1. Like, she was like that girl was smoking hot. I was like, I don't know anything she did. I remember when she came back and was at the Varsity Club. I remember watching the match. Like, I'm not even watching the fucking match. I'm just watching her the whole time.
She managed the Young Dragons, which were Jimmy Wang.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember she was super cute, super fucking cute. But that was my number 80. So go 79 to 70.
My 79 is JD Costello. 78, John Tolis. 77, The Duke. 76, Brother Love. 75, Arn Anderson. 74, J.R. Foley. 73, The Cat. 72, Lady Blossom. 71, Joel Gertner. And my number 70 is Arnold Stoland. And while he didn't do anything, you can't deny the fact that he managed Bruno Sammartino and Bob Backlund. So he was always a fixture in the main event scene. So I give him props for that.
He had a good wave. Number 79, Oliver Humperdinck. Number 78, Ivory. Number 77, Hiro Matsuda. Number 76, Ted DiBiase. 75, Molly Holly. 74, Bobby Davis. I know I was jumping in. I seen a bit of his stuff, so I'm throwing him in there. 73, Billy Graham. 72, Gorgeous George. 71, Disco Inferno. 70, Kimberly Page. She wasn't bad. She had a good angle when the Savage won. So, I mean, I'll give her 70.
And a bad one with the Booty Man.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
The Booty Babe.
So we go to 69. Haha, I said 69.
And my 69 is Francine. 68,
yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
68 is Virgil. 67, Bobby Davis. 66, Kevin Sullivan. 65, Deborah McMichael. 64, Luna Vachon. 63, Jason. 62, The Assassin. 61, Abu Weezal. My number 60 is Brooke Tessmacher, who in TNA right around this time, 2013, she was a smoke show. She was fun to watch.
69, the roadie. Which I was thinking with the roadie, kind of like, looking back on it, I know else was talking each one, but if that was done, that was not done as awful as I think we think it was.
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. So 69. Michael Hayes, 68. Leda Blossom, 67. The Jackal, 66. It sucks that I didn't put in Don Callis for the other one, which I should have. I couldn't double him, right?
Same guy.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I couldn't put him in as Don Castle. I mean, if I had to put him as that character, is what I'm trying to say. The Jackal. Jacqueline at 65. Gail Kim at 64. Virgil at 63. Buddy Rogers at 62. Dark Journey at 61. And DP at 60. And why? I don't know. He made 60, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
I fucking voted and he ended up at 60. I'm not putting it at where, he's at 60 now. So there you go.
My 59 is Ted DiBiase. 58, Eddie Creechman. 57, Miss Linda. 56, Don Callis. 55, Medusa. 54, Lita. 53, Jake Roberts. 52, Sonny Ono. 51, Melina. And my number 50 is Lana. Because if you remember when she and Rusev first started, that act was hot.
Yep. And then they killed it.
Of course.
My 59, Miss Linda. 58, Sunshine. 57, The Assassin. 56, Johnny Polo. 55 is also Medusa. It's pretty crazy with the same number. Yeah. 54, Kevin Sullivan. 53, Eddie Gilbert. 52, Beulah. 51, Luna. And 50 was Sonny. Because, dude, we were like 16 when Sonny was around, bro. That's all I got to say about that. We knew all this.
I would have thought she would have been lower.
I don't know, man. I burned through this pretty fucking quick, dude. I'm not like, whatever. It is what it is. Go ahead with your 49.
My 49 is The Genius. 48 is Baby Doll. 47 is No Class, Bobby Bass. 46, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert. 55, DDP. 45.
Okay.
44, Maurice. 43, Daphne. 42, Johnny Polo. 41, Michael Hayes. And my number 40, Tully Blanchard. And I think if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have him as high. It just so happened that I like FTR, but it's obvious that Tully was the anchor holding them back because they ditched Tully, and now all of a sudden they're a hot act.
49, Daphne. 48, Francine. 47, Dawn Marie. 46, The Genius. 45, Terry Reynolds. 44, Scandal Akbar. 43, Ivan Koloff. 42, Harvey Whippleman. 41, Paul Jones. And 40, China. Because China was pretty fucking kick-ass, man, at first.
Oh, she was the best thing about Triple H.
Yeah, definitely kick-ass at first. I love her debut. Her debut was fucking awesome. Okay, 30.
Marlena.
Yeah, 39.
39 is Bill Alfonso. 38, Truth Martini. 37, Paul #1 Jones. 36, James Mitchell. 35, China. 34, Sir William. 33, Frenchie Martin. 32, Harvey Whippleman. 31, Maria Kanellis. And my number 30 is Ron Wright. In Smoky Mountain, he was a treat in his wheelchair. He was just great. I loved it.
39, Baby Doll. 38, Rico. I put them out there pretty high. I like them. 36, Missy Hyde. 37, Missy Hyde. 36, Precious. 35, Clarence Mason. I don't know how the fuck he got that high. 34, my phone keeps fucking buzzing, man. 34, James Mitchell. 33, Woman. 32, Lita. 31, Trish Stratus. And 30 is Bro Love. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's tough, man. Like, when you're doing it, sometimes you just end up with weird numbers. That's a weird number. 29 to 20.
My number 29 is Oliver Humperdinck. 28, Marlena / Alexandra York / Terry Reynolds. 37, Sheik Adnan El Casey / General Adnan.
Are you doing 30s or 27?
27, I meant. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's okay.
26, Miss Elizabeth. 25, Teddy Long. 24, Sunshine. 23, General Standar Akbar. 22, Missy Hyatt. 21, Harley Race. And my number 20 is the Grand Wizard. And Wizard was okay. My biggest beef with him is that he didn't take bumps, and the way that the New York territory was, that managers would just accompany the wrestlers.
They lived the dream, buddy. They lived the fucking dream. Go in, wave, and leave. Number 29, Bill Alfonso. Number 28, Tay Long. Number 27, Sir Bill Dundee. Number 26, Rick Rude. Number 25, Eric Bischoff. Number 24, Colonel Robert Parker. Number 23, Paul Ellering. Number 22, Lana. Number 21, Adnan Al-Casey. And number 20, Jake Roberts. So I like Jake as a manager. Yeah. I think Jake's great as a manager.
Well, utilized the best thing about Jake, which was his mic skills.
Yeah. And then we're going to jump into 19 to 10.
My 19 is Sonny. 18, Don Marie. 17, Precious. 16, Paul Bearer / Percy Pringle. 15, Plassy Freddie Blassie. 14, Mr. Fuji. 13, Paul Ellering. 12, Colonel Robert Parker. 11, Gary Hart. And my number 10 is the Doctor of Style, Slick. And Slick, it's criminal that he never managed any champions during his WWF run. I know he did some managing in Central States, but I've seen very little of it. But I mean, Jive Soul Bro earns you a spot on this list all by itself.
Number 19, Gary Hart. Number 18, Arn Anderson. Number 17, Paul Bearer. Number 16, Miss Elizabeth. Number 15, Joel Gardner. Number 14, Johnny V. Number 13, Tully Blanchard. Number 12, Sherry Martel. Number 10, Dutch Mantel. When he was with what's his name, Jack Swagger. I like them all at that.
Yeah, but he was also with your favorite tag team of all time, Eli and Jacob Blue, when he was Uncle Zebekiah.
And number 10, both of us have Jimmy Hart, because Jimmy Hart was pretty fucking awesome, man. Like, pretty awesome from 85 up to 91, and then everything. Yeah, it went to shit. But man, like him in 87 with the Hearts, he's awesome. Awesome with the Hearts.
Memphis. Yeah. He's great in Memphis too. Yeah. My number 9 is Sensational Sherry Martel. Number 8, Johnny Valiant. Number 7, Captain Lou Albano. Number 6, J.J. Dillon. Number 5, Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart. Number 4, Paul Lee Dangerously / Paul Heyman. Number 3, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Number 2, Jim Cornette. And my number 1 is Woman. I think she's the greatest manager of all time. And when she was with Doom, I loved her. When she was with Flair, her and ECW managed, she made the Sandman. And then when she came back to WCW with Flair, that was great.
Was she was Les Oakland on the fucking mic? Poor Oakland. Yeah. I don't know how
the thing about her, and the thing I notice about what I like in professional wrestling is, for example, tonight on Dynamite, they had the Jericho Appreciation Society promo, and they're all in the ring. And my eyes were drawn to what do they call him? Sugar Daddy, or what do they call that guy? Matt Lee was his name. He's just got a big head, and he's always chewing. In professional wrestling, it's very visual. So if you're somebody that just draws the attention, and that's the thing, when Woman was on the screen, whatever else was on the screen didn't matter. Didn't matter.
Well, I mean, okay. All right. So my number 9, Freddie Blassie. Number 8, J.J. Dillon. Number 7, Harley Race. Number 6, Dr. Sal Slick. Number 5, Jim Cornette. Number 4, Captain Louis Albano. Number 3, the Grand Wizard. Number 2, Paul Lee Dangerously. And obviously number 1's not hard to pick.
I'm going to say, is it Shane McMahon?
Bobby Heenan. Obviously, Bobby Heenan. And I'll be honest, man, it was really tough, between him and Dangerously and Wizard, because I love the Grand Wizard. I know he didn't take bumps, but his promo stuff was fucking awesome, man. He did some killer promos. All right. So, hey, by the way, did you see that video quickly? I was online today with Roman giving the fans his wristband.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's so cool. And I'm making that comment. I'm going to say it before I go to the next award that's really what it is all about. I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's really, really true. I mean, guys like us, we're jaded. And all the fans are jaded, but the kids are loving it, man. That's like, because I remember going to my first house show, brother, and man, that was the biggest event ever to me. I waited for, like, think about leading up to it, how much like you were pumped for it to go to your first house show as a kid. Like, you're obviously excited.
And that's one of the reasons that Brett always gave away sunglasses, because you make a fan for life. Like, that kid that got Roman's gloves, Roman can do no wrong in that guy's eyes now.
It's like my bushwhacker experience, like I told before on the show. Like, I go down to the fence and I see Telly and Arn, and they're like, they're not rude to me. They just kind of like, it's just another fan. And the bushwhackers come up and go right bushwhacker mode on me. My buddy. I fucking love them guys, man. They can have the worst match ever. They can kill 3 kids. I don't care, man. You're bushwhackers. Let me rub your head. But it's very cool, and that's I mean, I could imagine that you gotta be honest, like the toughness of being in that position, in that profession, where you have to kind of, especially being a babyface, being a heel, you can be an asshole and get away with it. But very cool for Roman to do that. Very cool to see that kid. Last thing I'll say about it, when I went to the last house show I went to for WWF, I seen this row with like 3 or 4, like 4 kids, and one kid, not insulting, but I think he was slower. This kid was having the time of his life. He was just having a complete blast. And I always thought, if I ever won the lottery, I would love to get go to them kids and their parents and be like, here's some Mania tickets. Here's flights and stuff. Like, go to Mania, have a good time. Because that'd be the best kid to have in the front row, man. I'll tell you now, them kids loving it, just be the best thing ever right there. Instead of them fucking marks who put out $5,000 sitting over the signs, like, oh, go to my YouTube page.
And the same ones all the time, like the same people winding up in the front row. Like, come on.
You put 3 kids in there that are just living their fucking dream, man. That'd be the coolest thing ever. Anyway, back to the show, everybody, that the kids aren't watching, hopefully. We're gonna jump into the next award, which is gonna be Feud of the Year. So I think I went last, so it's your turn to guess mine, Andrew.
So it's Feud?
Feud of the Year, yeah.
Is it Daniel Bryan versus Triple H?
Tanahashi versus Okada. I swear to fuck that. They must have feuded for decades. Ronda Rousey versus Mihisha Tate. Gato versus, I cannot pronounce, Sabata. CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. CM Punk versus Paul Heyman. George St. Pierre versus Nick Diaz. The Shield versus Daniel Bryan and Kane. CM Punk versus The Rock, blah, 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 whatever. But, Okada, I'll put it this way. Okada and Tanahashi won it with 3,259 votes. The runner-up got 875 votes, so they won it pretty fucking easily.
Big gap.
And for you, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan versus Triple H.
Close. It's Daniel Bryan versus The Authority.
Okay.
They win it with 18%. First runner-up is CM Punk versus Paul Heyman with 14%. Second runner-up is Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton with 13%. Third runner-up is The Rock versus John Cena with 12%. And honorable mentions totaling 43% include Jay Briscoe versus Nigel McGuinness, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, Cody Rhodes versus Damian Sandow, Ryback versus John Cena, The Shield versus the Rhodes family, AJ Styles versus Dixie Carter, and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada.
All right, I'm going to go with the Daniel Bryan against The Authority. I'm picking that because I love that feud. That's a great feud. I'm coming back into it. Yep. All right, so for the next one for you, we're going to go with Comeback Wrestler of the Year. I think it is. Yes, it is. And for me, it's the Show of the Year. Comeback of the Year for you. Kevin Nash? Did he come back that year?
Maybe. I think he might have been in the Rumble, but it's actually Dustin Rhodes, also known as...
It's not Sting? It's not Sting? Sorry.
Not Sting or the Hardys. Goldust.
He came back. Yeah, makes sense.
45%. And first runner-up is Chris Sabin with 24%. Second runner-up is Jerry Lawler with 17%. Third runner-up is the Bella Twins with 5%. And honorable mentions totaling 9% include Jay Briscoe, Christian, Chris Jericho, Kane, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Rob Van Dam.
Okay. For me, the best show of the year is
Wrestle Kingdom.
G1 Climax. I think it's day 27. I'm not sure. I actually did not download the card. I was going to download to read it, but I was just in such a rush I forgot to do it. Runner-up, Wrestle Kingdom from January 4th at Tokyo Dome. SummerSlam from LA. Was that the same SummerSlam that Flair got real drunk and made a fool of himself?
Maybe.
remember like Jim Ross got fired because him and Austin got hammered at the video game premiere?
Oh, yes.
At the press conference?
That may have been that one.
I think it was. Number 4, New Japan Invasion Attack, April 7th. That's the one that the match you should have watched. UFC 166, New Japan Domination, January 22nd. Mania, April 7th. Dragon Gate Kobe Festival, July 21st. New Japan King of Pro Wrestling, October 14th. New Japan G1 Climax Finals, August 11th. And there's a shit ton of honorable mentions that I'm not going to get into. So that is the best show. That is that. So the next awards, most hated for yourself, most overrated for me. So you're get to guess my most overrated first.
Is it 2013? Is it Kane? No, wait, no.
Oh,
Randy Orton.
Well, yeah, I just put him up. Were you really going to guess Randy Orton?
I was going to guess Randy Orton, yeah.
Fair enough. You guessed Randy Orton. Randy Orton wins it with 1,145 votes. Ryback is second with 900 votes. Triple H is third with 651 votes. The Miz is fourth with 564 votes. Big Show, Alberto Del Rio, Magnus, Curtis Axel, Ava Marie, and Ken Anderson, which I like. I like Ken. I like him a lot, WWE. Just a sloppy motherfucker, man.
Yeah, hurt people.
Most hated, the game, your favorite of all time, Triple H. Am I right?
Close. It's the Authority, so it's Trips and Steph.
Okay.
They win it with 26%. First runner-up is your boy, Randy Orton, with 18%.
Yeah.
Second runner-up is your boy, Bully Ray, with 15%. And third runner-up is The Shield with 8%. Honorable mentions totaling 33% include Dixie Carter, John Cena, Adam Cole, Zed Coulter, Alberto Del Rio, Brock Lesnar, The Miz, Bobby Roode, Ryback, and the Wyatt family.
Well, Alberto's somewhat hated in real life now. Like, it caught up to him. You know, he's out of jail
right now because I don't know if you saw that the mother of his kids died recently. So
oh, really? I didn't know that.
Give him a break.
What happened there?
She died during childbirth, I believe.
Oh, that sucks. That's too bad. I didn't know that. That's too bad. All right. Well, yeah, we'll go easy on him for now then. I didn't know that. All right. So the next one is Match of the Year. You're not happy that I didn't watch my Match of the Year.
No.
But I was super busy, man. So I couldn't get in there. I had to do the 100 list, and I see
this guys. He doesn't care about you,
dude. How far are we into this show? We're 59 minutes in. There's nobody watching right now. What are you talking about? Only people are listening is on.
This is for Bryan.
Yeah, or shooting this just and they've long turned this thing off. Don't worry about that. So Match of the Year for you. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan, John Cena.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I rewatched it today. It was Daniel Bryan versus
didn't
John
Cena have that big goose egg on his head?
Yeah. And I made some notes. About the match. We've got Michael Cole, JBL, and Lawler on the call. Trips is out first as the ref.
Yeah.
Big cheers for Daniel. Big boos for Cena. Slow feeling out process, working the headlock, that type of thing. And this match feels big. And this was at the time when John Cena matches were an event. He didn't need a belt because it was the Being John Cena Championship.
Yeah.
Great crowd. Triple H actually didn't bring the quality down like a lot of special refs do. You didn't even notice him. It could have been Hebner or anybody in there. Cena's matches feel special because of the reactions. Clean as a sheet finish. He goes over with the knee, and then they WWE it up.
Yeah.
But this was quality. I actually went on the Grapple app, and I gave it 4.5. Long, but I wasn't bored, and it didn't feel like they were going through the motions. A lot of times, the WWE style, it feels like we're going to do a move, kick out, and then act all shocked, and that didn't feel like this. And I credit Danielson for that because he's so good at making matches good. Whereas Cena, it really depends on his opponent. I'm not going to go out of my way to see Cena against Khali, but, Cena against Punk or Bryan, I got all day for that.
I remember that match. I remember that goose egg that Cena had was rough, man. That was rough looking at the end. So yeah, I remember that being a really good match. I will admit that. What is my match of the year?
Wait a second.
Sorry, runner-ups.
With 26%. First runner-up is John Cena versus CM Punk with 24%. This was on Raw. This was, of course, the match where Punk gives Cena a pile driver for the first pile driver in WWE, and not counting tombstones and forever. Second runner-up is Undertaker versus CM Punk with 17%. Third runner-up is Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tenzan. This is their October 14th bout. And honorable mentions totaling 23% include Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada, the January 4th match. Second, also Triple H versus Brock Lesnar from May 19. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles from June 2nd. Taryn Terrell versus Gail Kim from June 2nd. The Money in the Bank ladder match from July 14. Antonio Cesaro, there's the name I had forgotten the Antonio part, versus Sami Zayn from July 22nd. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk from August 18. Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa from September 20. And Daniel Bryan and CM Punk versus the Wyatt family from November 24. And I'm going to guess Okada Tanahashi, and I'm going to say it's the October 14 match.
It is April 7th.
Oh.
Yeah, same night as Mania, which is strange. Maybe it might be July 4th. I don't know. Look at this. Did they have a Money in the Bank thing going on there too? In New Japan?
It's not with a ladder though. I think it's a tournament.
Okay.
And I think I'm not 100% sure on it though.
So they win it with 2,002 votes. Oh my God, I cannot pronounce people's names here. Shimada and Ashia, second. Tanahashi and Okada from October 14th is third. Brock Lesnar and CM Punk from SummerSlam is fourth. Cena and Bryan from SummerSlam is fifth. Tanahashi and Ashia from October 2nd in Tokyo. Nakamura and Ibushi, August 4th in Osaka. Sorry. Also, we got Taker and CM Punk from Mania, and then a bunch of ones. I'm gonna go with Bryan and Cena. Yeah, I will go with that.
I can't say I haven't seen the Okada Tanahashi.
Well, they've had some really good matches, but I still like the Cena and Bryan match. We have two more to go into this when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm all set.
The Stanley Weston Award, and then rest of the year. So Stanley Weston Award. So actually, I go first. For me, it's best gimmick.
Is it the Wyatt family?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not too hard to figure that out. 2013, love the Wyatt family gimmick. I'm gonna get into that real quick. I'll tell you once I read the runner-ups. We have the Bullet Club, the Shield, Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bad Influence, Aiden English, and Fandango. I'll say this before we get into your Stanley Weston Award. WWE actually could have turned the corner this year because they had some good stuff.
They can't help themselves.
Yeah, they fucked it all up. They had some really good stuff, man. You had Danielson doing the whole thing, right? And I mean, the Wyatt family was really fucking cool, dude. And
the Shield was hot. I mean, It was a great promotion at this time.
Yeah, and then they fucked it all up. Stanley Weston Award. I don't know who died that year. Dusty? Is it Dusty's award this year?
Hot times, David. Dustin Rhodes.
Oh yeah, because he died. He died.
No, he did not. He didn't.
Oh, he's not dead yet. Okay. No. I don't know. I should ask Cody. He would Cody. Well, I could tell you when my dad died. But if I ask Cody, my daddy, I'm gonna talk about my daddy all the time because I can't get over for shit because I'm fucking nothing but a big piece of garbage.
Dusty wins the Stanley Weston Award.
For no apparent reason.
American Dream, baby.
Okay. Yeah, right on. That's okay. And last but least, and then we get the secondary awards. Wrestler of the Year. For myself, you're going to pick Mr. Daniel Bryan.
The cover boy. Daniel Bryan wins Wrestler of the Year with 36% of the votes. Mm-hmm. First runner-up is John Cena with 22%. Second runner-up is your boy, Bully Ray, with 10%. Third runner-up is your boy, Randy Orton, with 7%. And honorable mentions totaling 25% include Adam Cole, Kazuchika Okada, CM Punk, Kevin Steen, AJ Styles, and El Terrible.
All right. So what is mine?
I'm going to say Okada.
Tanahashi.
Oh.
And it's funny because I flicked up too quick. You weren't looking. I had it up there for a second, like real quick. Tanahashi wins it with 3,488 votes. Okada's second for 2,168 votes. Daniel Bryan is third with 1,444 votes. John Cena, CM Punk, Kenta, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm picking Daniel Bryan for that award. And I'll say this about that before we get into the second awards. You know, man, they had something hot with him, dude. Like, that was something that they hadn't had since, I think, Austin.
To be fair, though, although they did program it against Kane for his first feud, it kind of made sense considering what happened the previous year when they were teammates. So I can see that. It wasn't like a Benoit sabotage. Let's give him Kane. This was... There was a story there, and they couldn't help the fact that he was concussion prone and had to take
the thing is, like, I remember being at work talking to a guy, and when this was when the Bryan angle really started hitting, like it blew up. It blew up the time in Seattle when they were cheering for him and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'd watch wrestling. I said, dude, this guy is so fucking over. It's insane how over this guy
and
is.
Good.
Yeah. Like, he was so, like, the fans like went crazy for him, and I mean, everyone that watches can understand that. But my God, man, like, he was just insane, like absolutely crazy.
Can you imagine?
Like, go ahead.
Having Bryan from like August until December or so in the company, getting these huge reactions.
Yeah,
and you're thinking, yeah, Batista Orton is the way to go for Mania.
They had to change it. They had to change it. They knew they had to change it, and it was just like.
The fact that they even thought that would work just shows you how stuck in their ways. They're like, you're going to like this. You're going to want this.
Like, no, we're not. We're not going to like it. And I mean, that's why I put Danielson up there as one of my favorite wrestlers. I think when it's all over, probably of all time. Because he is the one guy that can get the casual fans to love him and the hardcore fans love him. And he does everything so fucking good. When he's a babyface, he does it good. He plays an awesome heel. I always mean to go back and watch his promos when he was a vegan heel in WWE. I gotta go look at them because they look great, like just unbelievable. And I mean, yeah, he's AEW, but the guy's unreal. Like, he's unbelievable. Anyway, just watch the match with him in what is it? Where did he not sweat? Was it Omega? He didn't sweat the whole match because he's like he's not fucking human. But anyway, yeah, it's the year of Danielson. Let's call it that. 2013 is the year of Danielson. So we're gonna jump into secondary awards. What do you got for me for secondary awards?
Beforehand,
in memoriam. Okay,
the final tally.
Okay.
There was one award that I abstained, but you still voted for. So you chose PWI 3 and Wrestling Observer Newsletter 1. So 3-1 for PWI, and I did 2 for PWI, 1 for Wrestling Observer. So we both preferred the Newsstand as opposed to the newsletter in 2013.
All right. So you go ahead and talk about the fucking memorials that take you 3 months. I'm going to go and get myself some water. And by the time I'm going to actually go to the store and get some water, because by the time I get back, I'll still be saying the in memoriam.
Are you suggesting that there's a lot of wrestlers?
It's 2013. I could literally go play a game of Call of Duty and come back and still be talking.
All right. So in 2013, the world at large, but specifically the wrestling world, lost these following individuals: Farmer Johnny Allen, Roland Alexander, known, of course, best for his show-stealing scenes.
Are you done yet?
Juan Alvarado Jr., Mark Ashford Smith, Joe Bailey, Paul Bearer, Frenchie Bernard, Big Bad Mama, Billy the Kid, Matt Bourne, El Brazo, Charlie Britt, Sue Britton, Don Carson, Bob Clark, Vic Coleman, Chuck Conley, Cosmic Commander, Cousin Luke, Roger Cox, Marquis de Perry, Damone Diablo, Don Duffy, Matt Duvall, Harry Duvall, Eric the Great, Ray Evans, Jackie Fargo, Reed Flair, Hector Garza, Marty Gibson, Doug Gilbert, not Eddie's brother, but a different Doug Gilbert, Ghetto Mongol, Dr. Gabriel Grange, Al Green, Charles Hairston, Dennis Hall, Silent George Hubert, Nagararu Imai, Jeffrey James, Farmer Jones, Vic Kalfas, Big Joe LaCreta, Minnie L.A. Park, Cameron LaRue, Gary Lawler, Little John, Charles Lucky, Corey Macklin, Don McGee, Mick McManus, Mod Squad Spike, Tito Montez, Moondog Spike, Hector Moyano, Ciclo Negro, Night Stalker, not Brian Clark, George Ohm, Robert Owen, Miguel Ergel Petri, Grand Petronio, Rasputin 2, Redneck Kid, Jimmy Redding, Buck Don't Call Me Yellow Robley, Rocky Roman, Michael Ryan, Howard Saunders, Dutch Savage, Angelo Savoldi, Tom Shaft. Tom Boogaloo Shaft, of course, was involved in the worst wrestling match I've ever seen. If you remember from that World Class.
Oh, is that the one that got from World Class? Oh, look at that.
Yep. Don Slatton, Soundcheck Sully, Mark Starr, Sean Summers, T. John Thibodeau, Tinker Todd, Mad Dog Vachon, Count Billy Varga, Ella Waldick, Joe Weider, Ron West, Danny Williams, and Woody Woodworth. And
Bear. Bear is probably the biggest one of that one.
I'm thinking Mad Dog, but I could see a case for
Bear. Or Reed, too. Reed's pretty big deal when he died.
Yeah.
The sick fucks put a 911. That's disgusting that people do that. Rick's 911 call, like, sons of bitches. Like, I'm not trying to talk about my cat, but if someone was to, like, film me after I put my cat down, that'd be pretty fucking embarrassing because I was a goddamn wreck. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are sick fucks. And that's that. Okay, so let's go to the secondary awards and we'll finish up. Most outstanding wrestler of the year.
Is it Okada?
Tanahashi. Daniel Bryan second. Biggest box office draw.
Ronda Rousey.
George St. Pierre. The Rock is second. Best on interviews.
Heyman.
Heyman with Seaman Pumpkin on second. Very close vote. 2,100 to 2,000. Most charismatic.
Daniel Bryan.
Tanahashi. The Rock second. Cena's third. Bryan's fourth. Best technical wrestler.
Bryan.
Yep. Bruiser Brody Award.
Is it Kevin Steen?
Shayabata. Steen's third. Best flying wrestler.
Ricochet.
Kota Ibushi. Promotion of the year.
New Japan.
Jesus Christ, never win. Let's this one. New Japan gets 4,520 votes. UFC gets 1,942 votes. So it's a big one. Best television show.
New Japan.
No, NXT.
Oh, NXT.
Yeah, Raw gets second. New Japan's way down at eighth.
Woof.
Pro Wrestling Match, we already did that one. MMA doesn't matter. Best television announcer.
Kevin Kelly.
William Regal. Joe Rogan's second. Jay Layfield's third. Fuck him. Worst television announcer.
Lawler.
Taz. Lawler is listen to this one. Taz wins with 1,334 votes. Lawler's second with 1,315 votes. So it's a fucking close one.
Yeah.
Worst major wrestling show of the year. Just guess the F one to see if we get it right.
Was it Night of Champions?
Battleground, but Night of Champions was third, so I'll give you that. Yeah, that. Best wrestling maneuver.
Rainmaker?
Yep. Cesaro's second with a giant swing, and Daniel Bryan's third with the knee. Worst television show.
Impact?
Yeah. Worst match of the year.
God. Trips and Brock?
Natalya, Naomi, Carmen, Bella Twins, JoJo, and Ava Marie versus Fox, Asuka, Lee, Snuka, Mendez, Caitlyn, Summer Rae at Survivor Series. I guess it's an elimination match. Orton and Big Show second at Survivor Series. Kane and Bray Wyatt is third at SummerSlam. Worst feud of the year.
I'm going to go back to the well. Is it Trips and Brock?
Big Show versus the Authority. I don't remember that. I remembered a little bit, yeah.
That's when they tried to give the Big Show Bryan's yes chant.
That didn't work. All right. Worst promotion of the year.
Impact.
Yeah. Best booker.
Gato.
Yeah, and Jado. Promoter of the year.
Dana White.
Yeah, so silly. Worst gimmick.
Ken Anderson.
Aces and eights. One of the runner-ups is Big Show crying. Best wrestling book.
Bob Holly's.
Mad Dogs, Midgets, and Screwjobs. Most people Montreal Wrestling. Bob Holly was second. And best pro wrestling DVD.
Was that Punk's?
Jim Crockett, The Good Old Days. And that is, everybody, again, last picture of me and Roy once again for our smoking picture. That is 2013. We are fucking very intoxicated in that picture. 2013. Now, if you've made it this far,
she didn't.
An hour and 18 minutes in, don't you ever forget to subscribe, because I know you haven't yet. I know you haven't subscribed.
And also, don't forget we still have our contest.
Yeah,
well, which we of course wait until the very end when nobody's listening to mention.
Maybe we'll re-record. This part for the first.
Splicey.
Oh, I can splice it right in. It's no problem. It's complete. I can do it. I could easily do it. Only is, you know what you gotta do before we do it? I'll cut this part out. Remember what shirt you're wearing. That's all you gotta do. We can cut it back in. It's easy to do. But yeah,
just put this part at the start. Can you do that? Can you
Yeah.
So a reminder to everyone, we are still having our 100 subscriber giveaway. We're giving you 3 months.
Just to fucking subscribe. Just to subscribe.
YouTube premium subscription. Once we hit that magical number of 100 subs, one of those 100 people, so it's not necessarily the 100th, but one out of the 100 is going to win 3-month paid YouTube premium subscription. So tell your buddies, tell your barber, tell your aunt, tell everyone.
Tell your dog, cat, whatever, man. I'm going to make a new account just to subscribe so I can get that shit, man. I can't afford to have that anymore, brother. I'm low on funds, man.
I hear you. It came out of my pay the other day, or it came out of my bank account. I was like, oh, I thought I had this much. And then I looked, oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you something about that. There's 2 things that come out that don't bother me. That and Amazon Prime. I'm fine with Amazon coming. I'm like, that's understandable. $9 to get free delivery and shit for super cheap and fast.
Yeah, but I don't order from it very often anymore. I used to
order a lot when I had my cat, because I orders cat food from there. And I won't be doing that anymore because, well, he's dead. And the fact that my next cat, wet food is banned in my house with the next cat. No more fucking wet food, dude. You understand something? Look,
you'll be pussy wet before you know it.
If everyone looks behind me, the duck of my head, do you see that door back there? You see that door behind me?
Yeah.
Behind that door is the most terrifying experience of your life. My cat was 17, and I don't know what you do, but when your cat turns between the age of 15 and 16, 17, they don't give a fuck about a litter box. They're just like, I'm going to do it wherever. And he did it wherever. And I had to clean that fucking room. And that's just no more wet food. Straight dry food, baby, and treats. But anyway, we thank everybody for watching the greatest podcast in the universe, because we are the best of all time. You all just don't know it yet. We got some stuff coming out of the pipe. We have a brand new show that we've already recorded a couple episodes of. We're going to throw that up there and see what people think. And that's it. So we thank everybody for listening. If you're on Bryan's Shiznit, and for everybody watching on YouTube, all 3 of you, that includes me and you, Andrew, we thank you for watching another episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter. We'll see you again next time.
Beautiful black. Okay, the first one is Billy Jack. Billy Jack was voted by all you fans all over the world as the most improved wrestler of the year, and I'd like to give him the plaque right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the man who received over 12,000 votes. 12,000 votes as the most popular wrestler of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the plaque, and now here's the man who won it by your choice, the former World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion.